Greetings, brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to another reaction on this Mystelics Reacts channel. Of course, Hunter goes out all Mystelics from me. I'm doing videos on there. Tune in to see what's up on this here channel, brothers and sisters. These are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts and comments on the things I'm going to be reacting to on this here channel, brothers and sisters. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. Definitely do so that others can see, as well as I can definitely see and see the different things that people have to say in this regard. Brothers and sisters, of course, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Click the button, man. Click the thumbs up button, man, brothers and sisters. And with that said right there, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you've not done so yet. And of course, in that regard, helping to, of course, become a part of Mystelics family. And of course, be notified when I post and publish my videos right here. Anyways, brothers and sisters, try not to get the vibrations. But I actually have to also state that I actually did a video yesterday, brothers and sisters. Lights went, so it was uploaded a bit late. So I'll post that link in the first comment in the comment box below. So definitely check that out. That, of course, is the budget. My thoughts on the budget presentation. What are yours? A number of you actually stated your thoughts and comments. So leave your thoughts and comments on those who have not seen it yet. Leave your thoughts and comments in that, as well as this one. Right. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for the day. We have this sentiment. What is going on, brothers and sisters? What's going on? What info in the comment box below? Let's check this out right here.
Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's time for us to highlight the idiot of the month.
The idiot, okay.
Okay.
I thought that was reserved for the people who made the budget and just don't know what. Well, anyways, let's.
And,
not the visionaries of the budget, you know, brothers and sisters. The people who are implementing it. We'll talk about it in a moment. Let's continue.
Now, this is a trailer truck. The trailer truck is in the right. There's nothing wrong with the trailer truck.
Nothing wrong.
But
Okay.
the
Blocking the road there.
we want to highlight.
Oh, the trailer car pass.
Here.
Oh, okay.
But right on the corner, PZ025.
Hold on, let me go back a little bit. Is this a keep clear? It looks like there's a keep clear zone there as well. Or maybe it's just the different coloration on the road. Is that it? Is there a keep clear, brothers and sisters? Looks like there's some sort of writing, but yeah, this person is parked. Well, then again, they parked by whoever owned that building.
We want to highlight is this person here. Parked right on the corner, PZ025. Parked right on the corner, and as a result, preventing this big truck its business.
I understand the sentiment what the person is saying. I don't think this person should be parked there, especially close to the corner. If the police was passing, they'd probably give you a ticket for that. But I also think that Roseau needs a revamping. Okay, them roads, they're small. You know, them roads small. I don't know if the vehicle wants to bring, the truck wants to bring a package somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't park it on the side of the road and then create another set of problems right there. But I think Roseau Road needs to be, you know, widen it a little, please. You know, all you have 41 million US dollars all you get from Saudi Arabia alone to enhance Roseau. And of course, this is a sentiment right there. This is a sentiment right there, brothers and sisters. Proper parking needs to be done. All these kind of things need to be had, you know. But hey, that is what you get in Roseau, and sometimes, you know, you cannot find a parking lot, and maybe this person wanted to go inside scary. I mean, the blue and yellow building. So maybe, you know, they had some transactions inside there. You know, I don't know. Sometimes parking does be hard to find in Roseau. I know it's crazy. But hey, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. But yes, I do have to agree that this person should not be parked there. I also think that Roseau enhancement should actually enhance from the $41 million. It finished now? Talk to me, brothers and sisters. Is it finished?
Right? That person definitely get the idiot of the month award. Okay? It's after 5 minutes to 6 in. Okay,
well, that's what the person had to say right there. Sir, you shouldn't park there, especially close. But even if the vehicle was parked, you know, I think the truck on the turn, the way the truck was turning, I don't think, you know, it would have sufficient area. It would need that particular area to totally be cleared. It would need it to be totally cleared, and the road system needs to be changing, man. I know this area right there. The truck might have to, but then again, it might end up touching the building. If it reverse and then it straighten up, it might end up touching the building on the side right there. So the roads are narrow, man. The roads are narrow, and of course, you know, something needs to be done in that regard. Because if the truck has to pass, I don't think this vehicle should be there at all. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comment box. Anyways, moving along, brothers and sisters, talking about the situation involving the budget. Of course, people are speaking about the budget. All right, let's go according to the Dominica breaking news right there. Letter to the editor. Something wrong, brothers and sisters. Something strange about these budget presentations. Julian Defoe, whoever this person is, representing a representative of P.T. Sylvan, came and say banana dropping from his tree and food let me read that again. Banana dropping from his tree for food he have to share, so he doesn't know anyone going hungry in his constituency. And it was so hard to find young men to employ because everyone in his constituency had jobs. P.T. Sylvan, not the place they closed down now, and some of the people go back there. Is that what you're talking about? To me, they are closed down P.T. Sylvan and people checking, well, I not coming and stay in no little house that raining and stuff. I going back in my house and stay. Despite the conditions of, Mother Nature, I going back there and stay. So what do you mean your people have jobs then? Really? Well, that's good. That's good. 54% of households. I guess the rest, the 46% is in what do you call that? P.T. Sylvan. Yes, that's what it is, brothers and sisters. But he's saying his constituency has jobs. He can't find young people that don't have job there. So I guess, it is that's what he said. The next minister comes right after him and says the reduction of VAT will give financially unstable families access to food. Wow. You mean the VAT only remove on certain items that are not healthy? But hey, in poverty-stricken areas, they tend to eat food that's not healthy for them. So I guess, because it's more affordable. That's all. I'm thinking about places like New York, certain places in New York. When I was in certain places in the United States, brothers and sisters, I didn't see McDonald's and, what is the other one? Wendy's and Taco Bell. But I didn't see those fast food regions, brothers and sisters. I didn't see those fast food places in the more wealthier regions. In the poverty-stricken regions, almost every other block you see the McDonald's or this kind. So I guess the same sentiment is happening when it comes down to Dominica. So apparently this next minister, who we don't know his name or her name, comes right after him and says the reduction of VAT will give financially unstable families. So they know there's a lot of unfinancially unstable families access, brothers and sisters, to apparently food right there. So one minister has food to give to everyone, like when Jesus shed 100 fish. What? Which Bible you read? 5 loaves and 2 fishes, brothers and sisters. But when Jesus shed these 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and everyone in his constituency has jobs, but the other minister, who is a doctor, is acknowledging that VAT reduced for 6 months. Food may not be the best for the population to eat, but it will allow access to more food for these hard economic times. If you know that it's not good for the population to eat, why are you making it cheaper? So that these people that these foods might affect them in a negative way. Why are you then making it more accessible for them to be able to afford the food that is not good for them? I don't understand. But they say it'll be what? It'll allow access to more food. So why didn't you lessen VAT on food that is actually needed for health standards? We heard Skerrit saying about the other day when I guess he was in Carnival one of them times and he see this set of fatness. He see a set of, big boned people, and he was shocked and said, no sir, cannot be the Dominica, no. Brothers and sisters, keep in mind, when you see a set of big boned people, you find a lot of big boned people in poverty-stricken regions. Just like I indicated before, when you go into places like New York, you find a lot of big boned overdose to big bonedness, brothers and sisters. And of course, they eat a lot of chaotic foods that is not good for them. I guess they're creating the same set of environment. Instead of they reducing VAT or taking out VAT on the important items that can create more healthy, sustainable lifestyles. The very Prime Minister saw it himself and said, hey, we need to start doing something, eat properly, exercise, go out and do it, blah, 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 you know. But apparently, they don't want to do that as if these are the only set of foods. Now, don't get me wrong, they remove VAT on a number of things I think is a wonderful thing. They remove import duties on a number of things which I think is good. Onions, garlics, peas, these kind of things I think they're good. So, but majority of a lot of the things that they're putting, they are removing, trying to decrease the fees on these things, and they know it's not good. Right there. Very interesting stuff. So, one minister is saying everybody have jobs like Jesus feeding them, and the other one is, you know, stating that the food is not the best for the population to eat, but it will allow access to more food for these hard economic times. Very interesting. As it, like you don't know, there's more food that can receive the VAT. Better food. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I don't know, brothers and sisters. Maybe I am in a different place. So anyway, she said, so she is contradicting her own peer, admitting to the financial hardships families are facing because of her government, the very government that she's part of, and affirming that there is a problem of food access for most families. Interesting, we're talking about food access for most families in Dominica that is riddled. But then again, when you don't have much people producing, the Prime Minister saying the other day that the people are not producing. The people are not producing because there's not incentive for them to produce. There's not much markets. We know that the very individuals in Dominica that are producing. I will never forget the situation where I saw with the tomato farmer. He has a lot of thousands, well, hundreds, let's not exaggerate, hundreds of tomatoes in his field. And he said the tomatoes are just rotting because they are going overseas and importing tomato. I don't, just like brothers and sisters, you say, let's bring some soil for families overseas, you know. They don't want no kind of thing there. They want mango and those kind of things there, you know. Let's bring some of that for families overseas. I never bring mango for family overseas. I'm just saying, brothers and sisters. But sorrel. And Dominica has sorrel. But when you bring in sorrel for your families overseas from Dominica, you have to bring Jamaican sorrel for them. So you understand the dilemma that Dominica is facing right now? No? It has been facing for quite some time? No? Yes? Maybe? Tell me in the comment box below, brothers and sisters. So she's contradicting her own fellow minister in government or whoever that person is, senator, whatever that person is, brothers and sisters, on the hardships that have been faced that they have created for the very people, by the way. And now reaffirming that there is a problem of food access for most families. That is something else this person is saying. Well, she must ask Mr. Defoe, or Defoe, Mr. Defoe, how he is able to feed and employ everyone. He knows, well, he's right. Everyone he knows doesn't mean he knows everyone in the community. But everybody he knows, you know, sometimes pull string does happen. You see me? I'm not saying it doesn't happen, brothers and sisters. It does happen. You see me? Anyways, this individual was saying she must ask Mr. Defoe, who's able to feed and employ everyone he knows, but she cannot. So there's some sort of cocoa macaque business. In fact, Mr. Defoe seems to be the only parliamentarian doing his job. I don't even know who's that Mr. Defoe fella, but hey, if you're doing your job, sir, kudos to you. But apparently he's the only parliamentarian doing his job, because outside of his constituency, many are jobless, including Maho, Portsmouth, brothers and sisters. Right now there's a struggle. I noticed in Portsmouth, I don't know. But for the past few days, I noticed when the business is closed in Portsmouth. I thought things were bright and creamy. I just go around checking, let me see if I can get a little something there. I go there, that close. I say, oh, it's Wednesday, maybe they close. But they were closed yesterday. So I don't know what today's Sunday, I don't know. Go in another place to get something. The place closed. Yesterday they were closed too. So what is going on? Well, my belly making grotto, brother. My belly making grotto. Want to find different things here and there. I cannot do it. I'm trying to contribute to the GDP of Dominica. Going to different business places, but those business places closed. So they have to give those business places jobs too. Go to Pity Savant, please. Go there and find jobs, brothers and sisters. So Mr. Defoe, step to the podium. Best you become the prime. Yes. Because VISAS people are unemployed. Well, then they're sending VISAS people overseas. They're sending VISAS people overseas. And the VISAS people who want to come down. Some even end up going other countries. There's one particular person I was talking today. And that person saying, I trying to organize this thing. I'm to change this thing so I can actually get a job in that regard. Because ask them, so you don't want to come down American? The person replied to me, not really. I mean, what do you mean, not really? A while ago, you were saying Dominica this and that, and you know, nice or whatever. Some months ago, that's what the individual was telling me. And I asked him today, earlier this morning, today, sir. So you don't want to come Dominica then? Person pause, they say not really. They don't want to say no, you know, they say not really. But they want to say yo, it's interesting how the thought process goes, brothers and sisters, realizing that there's a stake that you might end up coming to Dominica. And you check in, no, that way that boy, I work hard. I work hard for my money. I'm going to put all my money back into education to make sure that I get another opportunity for me to shine and stay away from the very country that scared say Dominicans overseas will be running into. The very citizens who live in Dominica to go on scholarships, trying their best. Brothers and sisters, some of them get married. Some of them fellas, they get married and they never wanted to marry in Dominica. Interesting. Anyways, brothers and sisters, this person is saying, I am from Salisbury. I can come for a piece of banana. That person said, I want a piece of banana. Talking about a piece of banana, brothers and sisters. Talking about the police department, the very budget. Interesting. According to Dominica Breaking News right there. Another letter to the editor. You sending plenty letters to the Dominica Breaking News there. This person is saying, I saw a statement indicating that police officers will be given a monthly risk allowance of $250 and $450. Wow. Based on assignment. Based on assignment, eh? All right then. If you're not aware, this person is saying, you might believe that this risk allowance was recently introduced. Wasn't it? I think it probably hasn't been introduced yet. They not say October 1st or something. I don't know. Somebody talk to me, please. But apparently, based on what the person is saying, risk allowance for police officers working in certain specialized sections, brothers and sisters, has always existed and it's nothing new. So, maybe it wasn't on the books and then they put it out there to say, hey, we put it on the books. Maybe that's what they're doing. But apparently, this person is saying that they have always been there. Be that the case, then, brothers and sisters, that is a conspiracy. Oh, you took mind me, please. Let's continue right there, brothers and sisters. This apparently has existed before and it's nothing new. This allowance only applies to those who work in specialized sections and not to all the officers across the board, such as those officers who provide tight security for scaring. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So not for the no. Okay, so maybe that's what they're talking about. The specialized fields would be those who work tight security for Skerrit and his family. Interesting. I don't know, brothers and sisters. That's what the person is saying. However, the increase in travel allowance is good. However, it only applies to officers of a certain rank. Interesting. Such as inspector and above, and not to struggling constable. Well, you know, a lot of them struggling, brothers and sisters. Yes. A lot of these folks are struggling, no doubt about it. I mean, being a police is probably one of the best jobs. Can you imagine being police is one of the best jobs you can find in Dominica? Being a police, being a teacher. Nothing wrong with these things, you know, don't get me wrong. But in the height side of the modern times that we're living in, police, teacher, fisherman. I was going to say farmers, but I don't even think farmers exist in Dominica anymore. There are a few, no doubt about it. There definitely are a few, but even the farmers, them complaining. You know what farmers meeting me and complaining? They complaining, but they meeting me and complain. I say, go online and complain, I'll react to it. They don't want to do it. You think it's me only come and say, or you will wait for me to react. Wait. But it's interesting when you find these brothers and sisters. Very sad stuff in the nature of the Caribbean. So apparently nothing much has been changed. They talk about allowance, I guess. Travel allowance, I guess, for vehicles and stuff. However, it only applies, this only applies to the upper echelon of officers and not to the normal police officers at all. So the specialized fields they're talking about is security. That is Well, that is interesting, my dear brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. But brothers and sisters, this is also a very interesting thing. I saw this, I was going to click the see more, but I decided no, let me just leave that there. This is not very important. President Burton defends CBI program. So what? You defending the CBI program? Okay. Who cares? I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but you saying you're defending it, so what? These other countries that the CBI program would need access to make the CBI work, they are saying, hey guys, you guys have been adopting a set of interesting personalities that are a risk to our national security. Blackman have been saying these people overseas are saying that there's a risk, and maybe these people having no passports will be a risk to Dominica. They're not thinking of that, huh? They say they want to put cameras in prison. But anyways, the other countries are saying there's a risk. And we cannot take this risk anymore. And as a result, we are putting visa restrictions and or we are banning the visas right there, brothers and sisters. We'll talk about that in a moment. Interesting stuff. Anyways, the Citizenship by Investment program is a vital pillar. That's what she's saying right there. For our country's development, it deserves to be protected and defended. It was being done the right way, it would have been, much better. I saw somebody making a post and say, but the United States are handling the due diligence process. No, they're handling it. The firm, whoever firm from overseas, they are handling it. They wasn't handling it before. And then there's another aspect of it where people were getting diplomatic passports. Criminals. Dominica had criminals getting diplomatic passports. So that's outside of the CBI program itself. Where the very government them were handing criminals. Not to the benefit of people of Dominica, Because the people with the diplomatic passports are Dominica's ambassadors. What have they been doing for Dominicans? Huh? What have they been doing? Talk to me, brothers and sisters. Yet still they have Dominican passports. And then you're finding out they have dirty ways. Huh? They have some really terrible dirty ways. Not true? But she defending in Papa. Defend on auntie. Auntie continue. Yes, man. Those were the words of the President of Dominica, Sylvani Burton, during the presentation of the 2025-2020 or 2026. I don't know who that, what. I keep saying it, I'll say it again. 2025-2026. This is 2025 or 2026 national budget on Friday. Come on, people. You can do better than this. Anyways, according to her, with this program, Dominica current progress would have been catastrophic if the CBI program is going down the drain. That's pretty much what she's saying. But we all know Sylvani Burton is just repeating stuff of what she's indicated to repeat. That's the sentiment that we are getting. She's not really truly saying this on her own merit. We are always saying that the last two presidents, Charles Savaret and Sylvani Burton, they are just a mouthpiece of the Prime Minister. They probably have been given a script and they come and read the script and say, this is what you have to say, and so forth, and put it out there. And the people, the president saying, really? The president saying does have nothing to do with the rest of the world, brothers and sisters. This is why I always say these things is like a show. When the government came and said we are resilient and so forth, and resilient this and we're going to be the world's #1 climate resilient nation. They said that to wow the people of Dominica, not the overseas people. The overseas people know better, it seems. Because the Dominican people swallowed it and they're happy, oh, we are resilient. Resilient, they build houses for people and the rain was leaking through the walls of the house. Maybe they fixed that, I don't know what's going on, but it's very interesting. So who do you think they are fooling? They are not fooling the overseas people. They are fooling the local people. So when she come and say these things, you think they're going to stop the overseas people from protecting their borders? So the very things that the government of Dominica and other places have done? You think they're not going to do it? I told you guys a long time, the United Kingdom, before they banned Dominica, and Dominica was the only country they banned. Very interesting. The United Kingdom was saying, do not use traveling visa-free access as a selling point. And I agree with them, it should not be a selling point. These people should love Dominica, come to Dominica, be around the Dominican people, say they love the Dominican people, be in different places and say, hey, I want to contribute to the economic development of this place. Just like Mr. Ross did for Dominica, and to contribute to this place. That's what I think the CBI should actually be. There should be people who do marketing outside there, not go and sell passports. Go and do marketing so that people can fly into Dominica. That is what should be happening. No, but they want to send people overseas and they tell you don't even need to set foot in Dominica. You don't even need to have residency at all in Dominica. Just get the privilege of those born in Dominica, and now because of what they have done overseas, brothers and sisters, affecting those born in Dominica. And Dominicans staying quiet about what their leader has caused them to lose. Since 2002, we losing visa-free access Canada under Dominica Labour Party. But we lose place with us. Hey, let me continue right there, brothers and sisters. Talking about this whole CBI program. And I suspect this is slowly but definitely surely coming to Dominica. Because Dominica has way more interesting creatures than send kids, brothers and sisters. So apparently, based on this article that we are seeing right there, the first consequences of Caribbean CBI corruption and national security threat. This, of course, has been indicated that student visas of St. Kitts and Nevis studying in the United States, according to this article right there, have been cancelled and revoked. So student visas, people who receive student visas to go to the United States to study from St. Kitts has been revoked and cancelled. Very interesting stuff, brothers and sisters. If you want the article for this, let me know. I'll post it for you guys right there. But based off some of what is being stated right there, in what looks like the first evidence of action made by the United States against the 5 Eastern Caribbean states that sell CBI, citizenship by investment, passports, SKN, St. Kitts and Nevis, or SKB, St. Kitts, Bastille, Foreign Minister Denzel Douglas has stated that the American visas of university students from St. Kitts and Nevis. I was just wondering, Denzel. Anyways, St. Kitts and Nevis, brothers and sisters. Well, this is Monday, July 28th, 2025. All right, we in times. I checked Denzel Douglas. I be in time, man. Anyways, yeah. So St. Kitts Foreign Minister Denzel Douglas has stated that the American visas of university students from St. Kitts and Nevis has been cancelled or revoked. And there are reports that this is happening to college students from the other 4 CBI states. Has it happened to Dominicans right there? I know there are some Dominicans that overstayed their visit. They were in school recently and they overstayed their visit. I don't know. Let me... I'm thinking of a particular one right there. Let me not say much. Let me not say much. I'm thinking of a particular one, and I don't know this. Anyways, let me continue right there, brothers and sisters. So the 4 CBI, other 4. So it's 5 CBI states, Caribbean states. So, anyways, in a public statement, Douglas also admitted that the issue is his country's CBI program. Also admitted that the issue is his country's CBI program, which is infected with fraud, corruption, and money laundering. Brothers and sisters, I'm reading this there so you can understand thoroughly what is being stated right there for St. Kitts, and then use what is being stated for St. Kitts and apply to see if it's part of Dominica, brothers and sisters. In a public statement, Douglas also admitted that the issue is his country's CBI, citizenship by investment program, which is infected with fraud, corruption, and money laundering, brothers and sisters, but which he attempts to spin through casting blame on the Trump administration. Yes, you have to blame the Trump administration. They are the ones saying you guys are doing all kind of crazy stuff, and therefore we need to bring restrictions. Obviously, it's under the Trump administration, but he knows that they are. So it's interesting that he's saying that, which he blames his country. He blames his country's CBI program, which is infected with fraud, corruption, and money laundering, but then attempts to spin it, casting blame on the Trump administration. Yes, the Trump administration is casting this out, but you know that your country is involved in fraud, corruption, and money laundering through the very CBI program, that of which you have indicated saying, hey guys, we need you guys to come clean. To not just protect us, but to protect you as well. So doesn't that sound like Dominica might be associated with this? I don't know. Somebody talk to me nicely, please. So he's saying that his country has fraud, corruption, and money laundering, which he knows is a fact in the CBI program. Then apparently wants to blame the Trump administration. Douglas, so you want the Trump administration, they'll be like, okay, yeah, all they have these kind of things. It's okay. It's okay. After they weeding out their own corruption, they're weeding it out. $12 trillion in fraud and wasteful spending. They're weeding it out. And you don't think they're going to be doing that to protect themselves over brothers and sisters? Come on. Douglas, who is alleged to have made a fortune. He made a fortune from the very thing. Anyways, Douglas, who is alleged to have made a fortune, estimated at tens of millions of dollars, all stolen from the CBI program. That's how you got sweet. That's how you got sweet you, if that be the case, and which was intended to benefit the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, is trying to divert the attention of his constituents from his role so that he can evade the legal, political, and moral consequence of his dirty ways, allegedly. So you know that there's fraud, corruption, and money laundering happening in the CBI program, and then you're blaming Trump for taking a stand against it. And then inadvertently, we have been hearing that you are alleged to have been taking tens of millions of dollars from this very CBI program that was meant to help and benefit the people. Douglas, what is your problem, man? If that be the case, what is really your problem, sir? What is really your problem? I really want to know right there. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know your thoughts in that regard right there. There's another video I wanted to show, but I'm just going to end it on this one right there, brothers and sisters. Apparently, this girl had some issues in the airport. Talking about CBI program and flying out. Well, this girl had some issues, brothers and sisters. Let's take a listen to what she has to say right there.
I just had one of the rudest interactions in this airport in Dominica. So I'm clearing customs and I'm going through security, and this lady looks at me and she goes, "You're a Bajan?" I said yes. She looks at me and she says, "A mosquito bite you on your neck?" And I was like, because that's none of your business.
She probably checking. The girl come and she checking. You know some of those girls, they don't really fancy the Bajan men because they see the Bajan men are, kind of interesting. Some of them are I've been in Barbados, I can tell you. Some of them fellas need some testosterone. Because they're weird. But anyways, I guess she come Dominica and she like the Dominica vibe. She come and visit, whatever. And she probably find a little flex or something, and she was probably in Portsmouth and get a mosquito bite. You see me? She get a mosquito bite, maybe. Who knows, brothers and sisters? If that mosquito in Rosewater, that's some kind of mosquito. I don't know, they migrate. They're not the Portsmouth, they migrate. And the mosquito, they're no easy, because I want to hit me in my eyes. I have to rub my eyes, boy. I tell you. Anyways, not Rosewater, can't feel. A mosquito that jam in my eyes. I check in that mosquito can't see properly, man. My God. Anyways, so she just checking. How can you be asking me, is your business now? Whether I get mosquito bite or whatever happens, is your business? Is your business? Sometimes it might just be something that on your neck, or maybe you don't know. Sometimes Dominicans care. They want to see, hey, you have something on your neck, what's going on? Or maybe she was just being, hey, you have a mosquito bite, knowing that she probably gets a little beaten in certain ways, brothers and sisters. Who knows? Who knows what exactly happened? But you could just tell her, yes, you get a little mosquito bite, all those kind of things. Yeah. Sometimes people just want to, sometimes just be in your business, these kind of things. Although I do agree, it's not your business, true, but, you just, sometimes the people are interesting. They just want to be minding your business. So you just humor them. No, a cockroach that bite me, something of that sort. Them kind of big, gigantic cockroach, a millipede, something, I don't know, whatever, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts on this right there? Let me know your thoughts in that regard. Do you think that the person asking that question was out of place? What are your thoughts on the sentiment of the CBI program? Do you think it's going to be creeping to Dominica? It's happening in St. Kitts. So do you think it's going to be creeping to Dominica very soon? And of course, well, we do, well, never mind that. What are your thoughts on the police situation? What are your thoughts on the ministers speaking about, you know, jobs, jobs, Melissa, jobs? And then what are your thoughts about that situation right there? Do you think that what could be done in this? Do you think they should probably bring in the $41 million for them to actually fix roads and widen the roads and stuff? Because I myself, I think the truck in itself, although it would be, you know, better if the car wasn't there, but I still think the roads are a bit small, especially for these kind of vehicles right here. What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. This is all I have for these vibrations. Definitely check the link for the previous one I actually did yesterday. And of course, when I stay ready, brothers and sisters, be real. Salary King always. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I get some food, brothers and sisters. Grow duck in my belly. Grot BT poop big. Anyways, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And with that, stay right here. Thanks so much for watching. Be real. Salary King always, brothers and sisters, once again. Thanks so much for watching again. Be positive.